Hi, I'm Tom.
I'm Matty.
And I'm Lewis.
This is the Wigan Way, Wigan's favourite rugby league podcast.
He'll put you in his trap 'cause he's a union man. He's got it all figured out. He won't care what you think 'cause he's a northern man. He's allowed to speak his mind. His
Matty, thank you for coming on this week. We didn't really talk about it last week because we had the double game to speak about, but it has been 7 years of Bevan French at Wigan.
Yep.
And
7 years since we signed him. Do you know where I was when we signed Bevan French?
I do know this because we
Parramatta.
discuss it a lot.
I was in Parramatta when we signed Bevan French. From Parramatta, spoke to a few of the people there. They said we'd got a good player. Didn't quite know how good, but they were pretty sad to see him go, and they were they were pleased for us that we got Bevan French.
Do you know what I'll always remember from that first couple of games? And obviously we're 27, 28, but my dad was comparing him to Chicka Ferguson with his feet, and I was like, I sort of don't get what you mean.
When we butchered Catalan and the man of the match was French.
Yeah.
That one, when he first made that joke,
Yeah.
he scored that hat-trick and he made them crash into each other.
But honestly,
player here.
I remember going home, and I think it was after the game against Warrington, where he went out from 9, running, and I ended up doing about an hour and a half at like 1 a.m. when my dad showed me Chicka Ferguson.
Oh, you didn't already know Chicka
No,
Ferguson?
I knew him and whatever. You
Some of us watch the
moments.
1985 Cup final once a year.
Yeah.
New Year's Day.
But actually, like seeing his every game stuff, and then my dad showed him like in the NRL and like, and I remember thinking, really rates this fella.
There's been a lot to Bevan French. Do you think the first few weeks where he came and he had that 7 or 8 weeks at the end of the season in 2019, it would have been, wouldn't it, where he was on the wing?
Yes.
And I'm struggling to remember how we actually went out of the competition that year. It was the Salford, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was the Salford one, yeah. I remember now. The Salford bids in the 70. The following year, we had the COVID year. We started off on fire.
Sorry, I'm just going back to this. Remember that year we named our squad and Hardacre had the 1?
That was the COVID year.
The COVID year. And for the first 3 games of the season, people were screaming that Bevan French was a number 6.
Even though he was playing full
because
back.
he had 6 on his back.
Mm.
And he played at full back.
Yeah.
And was absolutely phenomenal that season.
Yep.
And then he has the injury year, 21.
Yeah, so he only played 4 or 5 times that year, and obviously 2020 is the year he could have been Man of Steel, I suppose, and was fantastic, and fired us basically to the grand final, to League Leaders Shield, and then to the grand final, and then had that moment in Hull where the ball bounces. We all know the ball bounces away from him. Ball has an awkward bounce. He puts it on himself, which he shouldn't have done. But actually,
I'll never get over that game because it was 2 minutes earlier we lost it.
Yeah, when we went for the 2.
Well, we went for the 2, and you're going to set me off here. But
No, I don't want to talk about that because we don't want to talk about that game. That game with Bevan French putting everything on him, and then the following year having the injury where Wigan looked after him so well. Yeah, that's why he still plays for us. Those 2 things is why he still plays for us.
Definitely.
He was convinced he had to win something for the town of Wigan. I know that for a fact. He promised his mum he was going to win something for the town of Wigan before she passed away. That was the year he had this horrendous injury, and we told him to go home and do his rehab there. 2022, he comes back. Easter Monday.
I was going to say, because this is worth mentioning all of it, we're probably talking about a player that you could argue gets in Wigan's all-time 13 in 3 different positions.
In Super League, yeah.
In Super League.
Yeah, Super League.
He could get in at 1 at 6 and at full back. On the wing.
Yeah, because that's what he was when he came back in 22, having been
Discovered
usurped
Field.
by Jay Field,
Yeah.
playing fullback incredibly. And the See You Later Twins, as they were called by Brian Noble, I always preferred the Frequent Flyers.
Yeah.
The names both start with F.
Yeah.
And they just were frequently flying. But yeah, the See You Later Twins, as he coined at Tottenham, when they combined to score that incredible try. Yeah, he came back Easter Monday and then broke the record for most tries. Scored 31.
That's 7 against Hull.
The 7
In
against
58
Hull.
minutes.
Yeah, the 7 against Hull when he got subbed off. I mean, that's up there with some of the best performances I've ever seen.
I remember, I don't want to just do a Bevan French career, but that could be.
I was doing that.
Yeah.
I was doing that. That's what I was doing.
2023, he moved to 6.
Yeah.
We had that experiment of him at full back and field at 6, and it didn't really work.
No.
I don't think it did. But again, mainly for field, I don't think it worked.
If Cade Cust never gets injured in 2023,
yeah,
because we started that season with French on the wing, what happens then? We end up with Miski on the wing, and we end up winning the League Leaders Shield and the Grand Final with Bevan French playing at 6. And he's changed body type, he's changed his role completely. He's turned into, he's less now of the live wire, receive the ball, backing up sort of fullback, and he's now more, give it to me, I'll make something happen, I'll find the right pass, I'll unlock the defence.
Well, that's the really funny thing, because when he was that 23 season, he was lightweight for a 6.
Yeah, but he was still basically playing as a fullback. He was getting on the end of things.
Yeah, but Smith was just playing first receiver to field and French.
Yeah.
A comment was made after this league game, we're going to talk about in a minute, that he spent this injury time watching Tommy Lugo highlights because he's flattened everything.
His defence has always been good.
I think that is criminally underrated, Bevan French's defence. From 2024 onwards, when he became the 6 and had a pre-season being the 6.
Yeah.
Because 23, you got to remember, he only came in after Magic. Was where we made the switch to him at 6. From that point onwards, he was a fullback at 6. And in 2024, he had the full off season. He put a bit of size on. I think we said, first game that season, he might have lost half a yard of explosive pace.
But he's now getting the ball earlier and unlocking teams. With his running, with his passing, with his kicks, whatever. That was never part of his game. And for him to develop that is just a credit to him, really.
Yeah.
And we've not looked back since then with him being as a 6. Yes, he's missed a lot of time with injuries. Who cares? When he's on the field, he is the best player on the field. Yes. And so you can forgive him a few injuries.
Matty, I'm going to ask you.
Yeah?
Favourite Bevan French moment?
I've got a feeling I know which one you're going to say, so I'm not going to say that one. I'm going to go with the try he scored at Old Trafford, where he gets the early ball off the back of a Havard carry and gets between Matt Parcell and Mikey Lewis, steps the fullback, scores a try, breaks the game wide open. Nathan Cleary calls him a freak. All that, right? That's probably my... Just because that was the one, wasn't it? That was the game we had to win to get the quad.
Yeah, and he stood up.
And he stood up and won that game. I know he was man of the match in all the finals, which is ridiculous. But that try in particular, just the whole visual of it, like him threatening to pass it back on the inside to Chris Kendall, him diving to score the try and falling off into the pit, like at the bottom of Old Trafford.
After the game, sat against the post.
Or a farming. Yeah, or a farming sitting against the post. Listen, he is just an incredible player, and that game I thought he just took it by the scruff of the neck. Went, give me the ball, bang, I've scored. I've opened the game up now. Now we're playing. None of this taking for twos and kicking for terror. Now we're playing. Give me the ball. Now we're playing.
Yeah.
Watch this. Nathan Cleary calls him a freak.
Yeah.
His try at Wembley that year was also pretty good. And his disallowed try at Wembley, but his try at Wembley was also pretty good that year.
Well, I'm going to talk about a disallowed try.
It's not his one at Wembley.
No,
I know it's not.
I don't think, as a Wigan fan, I was born in 99, so people talk about moments before that. I can't really comment on. anything up to the age of 10, really. You know, when you really remember the atmosphere and things like that.
Mm.
But the feeling inside for his disallowed try against Penrith.
Yeah, I'm going to just play devil's advocate here because I do think that's the best moment I've experienced as a Wigan fan in 22, 23 years. That's not how long I've been alive, that's just how long I remember. Liam Marshall at Tottenham is up there.
That was big.
Liam Farrell on Good Friday
Was big.
2011 was big.
I think.
But that's me playing devil's advocate.
To beat Penrith and that moment.
Yeah.
Because we'd seen it a couple of times the year before. We'd seen Custin 22 kick one to field. And I think we'd seen a couple like that. But no one expected it on that stage.
No one was thinking that was coming on that stage.
The Wigan ref, Liam Moore, sending it up to the video ref because he's just a Wigan fan.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever experienced something like that. I remember I don't remember where you were, Matty. But
I was in the West Stand. It was random. I was in the West Stand, very randomly in the West Stand.
So I was in my normal seat, and all I remember was from the kick, seeing the first bounce, and knowing it was. I just knew it was going to stand up for him, and I'd gone.
Yeah.
Someone next to me got up, and I sort of slipped as the chair went.
Yeah.
I ended up on the floor with Lewis on top of me.
Mm.
I got up. I had blood on my face from where someone had thrown their hands and caught someone, and it had split our friend Johnny's head open, and his blood was on me. And my glasses had gone. They got 4 rows in front. I couldn't see a thing.
Yeah, I had a random fan all over me in that moment as well. That was the single greatest moment for them. I think, and the reason was that's a try under the sticks to go 8 points in front against Penrith towards the end of the game. That's iced the game. That has now said, right, we've just beaten the best team in the world on our own turf, in our own stadium, with our own fans surrounding us, under the lights, in a big, big game, packed house. Those are the sorts of things that when we're growing up, you don't do.
No.
And in 2017, I didn't take it for granted then. Like in 2017, I didn't think we were going to win the World Cup Challenge in my lifetime. I'd written it off.
No, I didn't.
I'd written it off. I thought we were stuck at 3. Having seen what we did against the Dragons, where we were so close.
Yeah.
And when we went away, and we were okay against Roosters.
We played pretty well, and they were
just too good. And even after that, once I know we had another defeat after that against the Roosters. It was, but just that time in 17, I thought we're never going to win it in my lifetime. And then you think again, well, Penrith are another level, and they just won 4 in a row.
Yeah, you have to remember with Dylan Edwards, they just lost Barber.
Yeah,
Gallen had retired.
Yeah,
and it was like we possibly caught him at the right time.
But we also got him on in a mud bath as well.
Yeah,
really horrible day to play rugby.
And you think about playing the Roosters a couple of years later, but they just
Brett Morris just had his way. We played all right, but Brett Morris just had his way.
Yeah.
This was to beat Penrith. This was going to be the biggest in my lifetime. Like that moment there where you got, my favourite player on the biggest stage has just iced the game with an incredible trick play, and you think that's it. Like rugby cannot get any better than that.
Do you know what I'm going to do? As soon as this recording ends, I'm going to put it out on Twitter. If you don't have Twitter, or X as it's now called, I'm going to put it in the Spotify as you can comment on there, and we'll share them onto social media. Your greatest single Wigan Warriors moment.
Okay. I think a lot of people are going to say Liam Farrell.
I think a lot are going to say Liam Farrell. I'd be interested to see if anyone has a weird one, like for a different reason. Like maybe.
I mean, Pat Richards' drop goal at Bradford's up there as well for me. With all the moustaches.
That's up there.
That's really up there.
I think the problem with that is we didn't go on to win the comp.
No, but thinking about where we've been, recently,
that's my favourite game. That is possibly my favourite game.
That's your favourite game, is it? I don't know what my favourite game is. It might be that Penrith one. Yeah,
the top 2.
Yeah,
I'm going to put that question out on the socials. Respond. Let us know what you think, and give us your answer. What's your favourite single moment? I bet a lot of all the listeners will go for the Manly World Cup Challenge.
But then, what was the moment? There was no try scored.
It must be that winning moment.
The winning moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe people will go with the Mission Impossible or the last derby at Central Park.
Mm-hmm.
They might go with that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see what people say.
Big time. Right, should we get into this podcast then?
Yeah, I mean, we've got 15 minutes there. We've not talked about going to the progress with Wigan Stadium.
Progress with Wigan, Leigh Sports Village, Leopard Den Stadium.
Yeah.
That's owned by Wigan Council.
And I think it'd be easier to actually get into a Leopard's Den.
Oh, yeah, because I know how inhumanely people have been treated coming into the DW or the break. I think it was DW at the time because they got searched.
Yes.
I've never been more intimately searched at any ground.
Well,
this
was just an absolute farce, this. One turnstile open. The queue was as far as Morrison's.
Yeah.
For anyone who's been to the progress with Wigan Stadium, they'll know where I mean. Back to Morrison's. It was 35 minutes lining up.
Yep.
Then the ticket machine was broken.
Then they opened them, but had a manual scanner.
They opened the other one, but then they had a manual scanner, which was the only one that was working in the end. Somebody's ticket didn't scan. So then they just grabbed my dad's ticket, who was next in line, scanned it, and then let the person through. So then they had to swap tickets, so then my dad could get in. Just completely ridiculous moment. Like, what is going on? I thought, what is going on here? We finally actually got in to the ground, eventually, to be treated by somebody singing Seven Nation Army. So out of tune, it was unbelievable.
That was interesting.
Really horrendous.
Because we were a bit behind you coming in. Obviously, we sat together during the game, but we were a bit behind you. And we could hear it from the outside.
The rest of the songs were okay, but for some reason, when he did Seven Nation Army, it was like he was listening to a different song.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried singing a song and listening to a different song? It's impossible. I feel like that's what he was doing. It felt like that whole experience was designed to make it difficult for Wigan supporters.
You can't like that as a Leigh fan.
But they get Top Loader most weeks, or some Lionel Richie tribute act, or ABBA Beyond the Pale, I don't know, whatever it's called.
You can't enjoy going to a game like
that. I know what I wouldn't enjoy if I was a Leigh fan. All that smoke. Just why?
Honestly, I've not got a clue.
My question to you today is, how many fireworks and smoke machines does it cost to run an academy?
Oh.
How many stages? How many terrible singers? How many pounds spent on the Family Fortunes noise and the Greatest Showman theme song and a guy dressed like the Greatest Showman? 2 creepy leopard mascots. Is that what people want? Is that what all clubs should be doing?
It can't be. Because I don't get it. I really don't get it. It wasn't entertaining in any stretch of the game. The leopard roaring after every tackle in the 30 would have been relatively okay once a half. After a huge tackle.
If you forced an error, played the leopard roar stupid thing, right? If there has been an unsuccessful captain's challenge or a no try or a missed goal, you can play the Family Fortune buzzer. Not every single time there's an error or a tackle, not even a dominant tackle, just a tackle. Do you play that? It's awful.
There was actually tackling. It was in the second half because it was coming towards us. Where I think Field had caught it and got tackled out about the 5 metre line. And the first carry Eckersley came and got us to the 20. It was like a 15 metre carry.
And he's on his hands and knees.
Yeah, and we went quick play the ball, and and Wardle came off the back of that.
And they played
And got us over the
and
30.
they played the row 3 times and done the smoke.
Yeah, and I was going, we're on the front foot here.
Yeah.
Like I was so confused by it. Like,
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense.
They were doing it in general play.
Yeah.
You can't do that in general play. It's not on that. It's as bad for Leigh as it is for Wigan. I think a lot of Leigh supporters were fed up with it. There can't be many that like that. There can be a few that might put up with it, but there can't be many that like that.
You know who likes that? And I mean, no offense to this age group of people, but young kids. Young kids might go to a league game and go, "Ha, there's a leopard noise." I dropped the ball and he went,
right. He dropped the ball and it went, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like an 8-year-old finds that funny.
Yeah, but look who's in charge. Right? An 8-year-old finds it funny.
Yeah.
And look who's in charge.
Yeah.
There's your connection.
Yeah. It just doesn't make sense to me. And it was completely summed up in the last 2 minutes of the game. We're winning 20 points to 8. And Wigan, I think it was like, was it a goal line dropout?
Maybe.
Or knock on. We did something mistake in our own half, about 20 metres out. And honestly, all you heard was...
I respect the fact that you've actually found that. I didn't know you were going to do that. Yeah, that's the actual noise, family fortunes.
You know what I'm going to do now?
Our survey says
18 random times throughout this episode.
Don't. Every time I say somebody's name wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody spam the family fortunes noise.
I think you'll find it's pronounced, however.
Do we really need this as a game? Should Huddersfield, this is maybe the answer for Huddersfield to get more fans through the door. You have a stage built, Mina Turner, right? Or Eddie Mercury, some terrible tribute act plays before the game, and that's, ramming them in. Don't stand in room only then.
Sorry, I was just going to say, for Huddersfield, they should actually go and ask the student union for a student band.
Yeah.
And say, come and play at Huddersfield.
Yeah. Come play at Huddersfield, and we'll buy you a pie.
You know what you could do to make this remotely interesting? Just give it to a random fan and you can press it at any point during the game. Just once.
You only get one goal. I'd hold on to mine just in case the ref fell over.
Yeah.
I'd probably never use it, but the one time I did.
Or I'd save it for a kick right at the end. 2 points to win.
Not if it was Hastings kicking it.
Hastings won't be kicking it.
Hastings won't be kicking that one as well.
Oh, sail it.
More on that later. But yeah, I mean, this we both.
Sorry, I've just called Lewis in for the rest of this podcast. My hamstring's a bit tight. It's a big moment in this game.
We both agree that's Tim Pot an absolute garbage and you shouldn't do it. Instead, focus on important things. Anyway,
should we get onto the content of this
actual game? Sometimes broke out between all the family fortune sound effects. There was a game played.
It did make it feel like it went on for a long time. This game.
You could see between firework displays, we saw a few bits of good rugby. So
20 points to 8 we won.
Yeah,
away from home.
Yeah,
didn't play well. Let's stick to the first half for now. We were losing 8 points to 6 at half time, and I think for the first 30 minutes, we were definitely the poorer of the two sides.
Yeah, I mean we had one bit of good ball given to us from a mistake, and we hit Cade Ellis in the head with a pass from 9.
Yep.
And that was it, really. By the way, a good ball. We let them cut us open early doors, and Jack Hughes just chucked it on the floor for no reason.
Yeah.
And then they ended up getting a penalty off the back of that for let's say for holding down, and let's leave it at that, shall we?
Yeah.
Or shall we call it the dive?
It's a dive. And this is my big problem with the way that the game has gone. More than anything else in the league at the moment, people are trying to manipulate the wording of rules to get beneficial results. And what I mean by that is, Field has his hand on Hanley. He hasn't pushed him. He hasn't affected the play of the ball. He's just stood there. There is no pressure. But if Wigan challenged it, there is no way we would ever
No, because they say, his hands are on there on a still image, so he's definitely pushing him down.
Yeah. There's times when the Marshall no try.
Yeah. Might as well talk about that now.
Wardle's
incredible bit of play.
Yeah. Wardle is lining up to catch that though. And Hanley jumps across him. If you're not expecting some contact when you're jumping on top of a defender. What are you doing? He's not shoved him.
He's just put his hands out, but by the letter of the law, it's a no try.
And it's a penalty, and they tick.
It's a penalty, and they kick the 2 and take it to 8-0. We'll talk about Leigh's try in a second.
But it's not what the spirit of the rule is. It's not what it's meant to be.
It's not.
And I am one for giving a little bit of judgment back to refs and saying, stop reffing by the rule book. Judge by what it's meant to be.
But we'll have had our fair share of benefits from this as well. It's just a...
I'm not saying it's just Leigh, by the way.
No, it's not.
But I just think the game has gone this way. We'll look at high tackles, and his fingertip has caught him on the chin.
Mm.
It's not a high tackle. Run through a gap and score.
Mm.
You're not come with a clean fist and try to knock his head off. You know what I mean? He's trying to be almost too perfect with the refereeing. And I think it's just influencing the way that players play.
The captain challenges has had a deal to do with that.
Yeah, that's true.
Leigh scored quite a nice try.
Yeah, perfect play, really.
He made quite a nice try there.
I think Leigh were clever in the way that they attacked. They really did, especially early on, focused on going at Eckersley and Hodkinson.
Mm.
Not naturally the centre-wing partnership.
They figured it out, though.
Yeah, they did. I think they struggled in the first 25 minutes or so.
They were beaten here with, let's be honest, a nice pass.
Yeah. Good pass from Lockie Lamb
to centre.
To Badrock. And yeah, I think it's a clever pass because it misses Gaz O'Brien out.
Yeah.
Which just leaves Eckersley in a bit of no man's land.
Eyes were on Gareth O'Brien there, expecting him to get it. It's a good finish. It's a good try. If we scored this, we'd be praising the attack. As a defensive side, you've made them score on the last blade of grass, and it's the only time they've cut you up in the whole game. Fair enough.
Yeah. So that took it to 6-0, as we said. We had a little bit of ball down there, not major though. Didn't really get many obvious try scoring opportunities.
No, not really.
But it's a game where we kept ourselves in it with defence.
Mm-hmm.
We kept showing up. Leigh realistically should have been thinking
14.
14 was the number I was going to say. Over 2 tries, and that really hurts you. And I think the comments from Lamb, have you listened to his post-game thing where we discussed actually, you play so well and you go in 8-6 down, 8-6 up, rather than being 14-0 or even not more.
Yeah.
That's a real killer. We didn't deserve to go into that half 8-6.
No, not really. Not really. I mean,
10-6, I'd have said fair.
Yeah. Probably 10-6.
12-6, along them lines.
Oh, yeah.
But, and it is a piece of brilliance from field.
But there's a couple of moments before that. I mean, Eckersley's clean through and he gets tripped. Well, not even tripped, just kicked. So he can't get through on the last tackle after a bit of a scramble. Then we have the no try for Marshall, which we've spoken about. It's a no try in the letter of the law, and it gives them 2 points. But I'm happy they took the 2. And I was happy they took the 2 in the game. Like, you keep taking 2s like that when you've got us on the ropes. I understand it, but also I'm glad.
I was going to say, as soon as it went up, me and you both raised our fingers up asking for the 2. And I keep saying it. I do think sometimes, are you going to beat a team like Wigan with 2 points?
Yeah, I might do. Richards Bar won once, famously.
I just think sometimes you've got to make a statement. And I try, you know what, you've had 2 sets back to back, you've got the penalties and took the 2, fair enough, gone to 8. You go and get a try.
Yeah.
You're 12-0 up, and that's a statement. But yeah, 8-0.
We get to 8-6 thanks to a moment of brilliance from Jay Field, and let's call it what it is. It's a moment of brilliance. It's not cheating, as some people have mentioned. It's not bad sportsmanship, as some people have mentioned. It's well within the rules. It's a penalty for a high tackle, which means you are allowed to quick tap. He even asked the referee, "Can I quick tap this?" Who said yes. The Wigan ref, Chris Kendall from Huddersfield, said yes, you can quick tap it. So he did.
Well, I find that really funny because you're right. There's been a lot of comments about this is in the spirit of the game.
I thought only cricket had this problem.
Yeah. The 2 things I want to say to it. 1, Everyone's complaining about that, and I haven't seen one comment about the bad rock trip.
No.
Which has got him 3 penalty points, and we didn't even get a penalty.
No. Yeah.
But second of all, call it. Matt Davis, watch the replay. Matt Davis sees it.
Mm-hmm.
He sees it happening, and no one reacts.
Mm-hmm.
So whether he doesn't shout, or whether he doesn't shout loud enough, or whatever the reason is.
It's a lazy defence.
They could have very easily dealt with it by just reacting.
Yeah. And to be clear, you can't do this for some penalties. And that's what you say.
It's like technical infringement.
Oh, it depends. It depends if you play for Wigan, you're allowed to do it. No, that's not why. If it's for offside, you can't do it because then you can just march the 10, tap it, and everyone will be offside. Well, that's obviously not fair.
It's offside.
10 meters.
Is it like lying down?
You can't do it for offside. You can't do it for
basically anything that you get 6
markers
seconds
not
nowadays.
square. You can do it for holding down. You can do it for anything where the penalty is on the spot of the foul. You can do it for. So high shots, perfect example.
So yeah, length of the field, phenomenal.
Does well to ride that initial tackle.
Yeah, very good. I think it's from off Hangout.
Even if he gets stopped there, we're still on the front foot, but it's great for him to ride that initial tackle. Just about beats David Armstrong to the line. Seen a lot of people talking about how quick David Armstrong is. Yeah, he's rapid. He is also running a straight line. And he's trying to catch someone who's not running a straight line. So
and carrying the ball.
Do the maths on
and
that.
Gives up with 15 metres.
Yeah.
Because he's there.
Do maths there because, they're probably about as fast as each other.
Yeah.
He's not lost a yard at all, Jay Field, I think. I remember somebody telling me his appendix was his boost button. It was finished, remember?
Yeah.
It was done. He's obviously not.
Yeah.
Don't hit people high. And if you're going to hit people high, get your line back in defence. Don't go for the pull-up of the socks. Don't turn your back to a player like Jay Field and then actually try and stop him.
Yeah.
While you run through.
Definitely. Smith converts 8-6 at half-time. Should say good tackle from Marshall to get Armstrong into touch.
One last score, didn't they?
Just before half-time. I think it was it straight off a scrum?
No, I don't think so. It was off a bit of a broken play.
What Marshall does very well to get Armstrong in touch. Keeps it at 8-6.
Yeah.
And I know my first comment at half-time was, I'll take that. I'll take 8-6. Considering how we played, not been great.
Oh, yeah. We shouldn't have been 2 points down, as we've mentioned. But then what we did in the second half was just completely control it. And we scored 3 more tries in the second half, but completely controlled the 40 minutes, really.
Yeah. Well, I wanna mention something that Lewis mentioned to us both at the game. So he came back off holiday, watched the game, and has gone back on holiday again. You can tell that we are very, very reliant on the 2 main middles in
Offengawi and
Isaac
Leigh, who both played prop.
Both played prop, but they both came off pretty much at the same time. I think it was like the 27th and the 31st. And then only came back on at like the 55th minute.
Yeah.
And that's where Wigan have almost got a bit of a luxury, really. Not necessarily at the moment due to injuries, but in that middle section we can play Thompson, Havard, Ellis, Walters. And you're almost not getting a drop-off more defensively than
our only props, though, that we were able to bring on were Mago and O'Connor, who both do, 20 minutes between the two of them? 25 minutes between the two of them?
Yeah. Them 3 did a big stint.
Those 56 minutes for Thompson, a very similar number for Ellis.
45 for Havard.
Yeah.
Roughly. But I did think Leigh lost that intensity in the defence after they went off, and that's something that they're going to have to deal with.
Yeah.
We'll come out in the second half. A little bit of arm wrestle for the first 5 or 6 minutes. Both teams figuring each other out again. And the first comment that me and you made, Matty, was where Leigh were kicking from at the start of that second half. The first half, they'd gone over the halfway line.
Adam Cook was sending some ridiculous spiral bombs up, wasn't he?
Exactly. And put us under real pressure, even if we caught them clean, getting tackled straight away, then not being able to get out. Suddenly, I think we defended a lot better, a lot more clinical, pinned them, and it sort of became a bit more hit and hope.
And also, they were chancing their arm a bit more closer to line, which actually leads to us coming up with 2 tries.
Yeah.
First one, they overplay the hand on tackle 2, and Jack Hughes' pass hits the deck. It was meant for O'Brien. Not that O'Brien would have been through, but it was meant for O'Brien. Hawkinson scoops it up brilliantly and offloads it to Bevan French, who scores untouched. So that's yeah.
I love that because a lot of teams have just died on the ball. Get ball back.
Yeah. No, play. And we did it the same in the first half when we put Marshall through for the no try. The second one, then Big Lazarus decides to do a hit and spin offload. Eckersley reads it like a book.
It's a brilliant intercept.
Yeah, it's really good intercept.
Because if he doesn't get there, he still tackles O'Brien.
Yeah.
So he's put himself in the perfect position. And there's not many people going to catch Eckersley from.
No, and again, you said in the first half, you got caught with your eyes looking at Gareth O'Brien. Well, actually, second half, it worked twice.
Yeah.
So, and it worked a few other times as well. There were a number of times we jammed in and shut plays down. There were Leigh's pet play, where they shift it wide. And
this was that play to the left.
Yeah.
That's the bread and butter, isn't it? That right to left switch with Lamb. And usually you see Charlie going in the corner.
This one was missed, this conversion, which meant we were on an 8-point lead. It did put a lot of pressure on the next conversion, which was from out wide, where we actually went through the hands quite nicely. And like I said, apart from Bevan French, it was made in the academy, that one. O'Neill, Partington, French, Eckersley, Hawkinson. Yeah. So aside from French, who's been here 7 years, they're all academy lads.
You know what I love about this? That there's nothing fancy in it. There's no fancy flick pass. No. It is just regulation basics. Catch pass, catch pass, catch pass. They've seen an overlap.
Yep.
French does really, really well to actually just get on the outside of his man, which gets Lamb interested.
Yeah.
And then just catch pass and execute so well.
It's the danger of Bevan French and the eyes looking at him. Lamb, Badrock, O'Brien are all worried about what Bevan French is going to do, which means there's space for others. So it's an easy try. Really pleased with that. 20 points to 8. Missed that goal as well, which meant we were only 12 points up. For Leigh to chuck the ball about and have a chance to play the Family Fortune noise a few times.
Yeah.
None of it come to anything. We defended really well, coasted home and won 20 points to 8. So anytime you go there and win, we spent all week hearing about how good they were and how they were going to butcher us and how they were the form team in the comp, and we were well off it. To go there and basically dominate and to turn Lamb into a cobra with his brand new shirt on. It's one of the better wins. I mean, I do love winning I'll be honest. I love winning the.
Yeah. It's like winning anywhere, to be fair. There's a lot of grounds that I love going and winning at. I love going winning at Saints.
Any away game is good to win at, but
there are some that stand out, and it's usually teams that are doing pretty well.
Yeah. Who everyone tells us are going to beat us because they're doing so well.
Yeah. It's a weird thing that isn't it at the moment, how I think Super League has got this issue of suddenly hyping teams up really soon.
And they did it to us. They'll do it to us again now, probably.
Yeah.
They've done it to Leeds, they've done it to Leigh. Who else have they done it for? Saints early on. Saints early on. Wire, when they had Taylor Ray playing well.
Yeah.
Just take a beat and think.
You're only one bad loss away from not making the 6.
Exactly. It's tight there, isn't it? So, everyone told us Leigh were going to win. Everyone told us Amala Hanley was going to be dominant. And we saw, he was against Wardle. They kind of cancelled each other out. Wardle defensively did a good job on Hanley, showing how good he is.
Yeah.
So hang on a minute. Just because he's good on the other side, that doesn't make me no good anymore. I'm still just as good, if not better. So, very pleased with that.
Definitely. A couple of stats to mention. Eckersley, Marshall, both carrying over 120 metres.
Well, I wanted to particularly talk about Luke Thompson because he walked away with the man of the match from us
Yeah.
in this game.
Can I read you his stats?
Yes.
48 tackles.
Yeah.
120 metres.
Yeah, perfect.
Carry on talking on the prop chat there, Ethan Havard. 35 tackles.
Kane Ellis walked away with Wigan away points as well from that game.
Havard was 35 tackles and 8 metres a carry.
Yeah.
Kane Ellis was 42 tackles and 100 metres.
Mm-hmm. Field, for his game-changing moment, walked away with someone. Wardle, for the job he did on Hanley, I thought deserved a couple. So that's who ended up with points this week. Harry Smith still in front on the Wigan away points, if anybody's interested. Brad O'Neill very close behind. Ollie Partington up there. Well, Jack Farriman was doing well, but he's not played for a few weeks. So.
I was just going to mention Brad O'Neill. Another 40 tackles.
Yeah. Very good.
Showing the reason why he probably should be an England international.
The other thing to mention is Bevan French again, because we have to mention Bevan French, another try in this game. I believe that's now 9 tries and 16 or 17 try assists in 10 games.
Is it 12? 10, sorry.
And he's won all of them. It's either 9 in 10 or 10 in 11. It's ridiculous. He's never lost a game for us either. And the other one I want to talk about is, actually, when I was doing the stats page, I realised we've lost 5 games this year, but Harry Smith's only been playing for 2 of those. When we lost early doors to Huddersfield and Warrington, he wasn't was it Huddersfield and Warrington or Castle Warrington? I think Castle Warrington. He wasn't playing in those games.
Was he banned?
Yeah, he had the suspension. And from the Wakey Cup game, it was Cass and Warrington. The 2 games we lost.
Yes,
and obviously he didn't play when we sent the kids to look out. But those, so we talk a lot about Bevan's involvement and Bevan's influence, and rightly so. But Harry's influence.
Yeah.
We missed, that was a horrendous loss against Castleford and Warrington. And he wasn't there. And since then, every game he's played, he's won.
I was going to say, alongside that, you look at Bevan's record and it's phenomenal. He
Basically,
played every game alongside Harry Smith.
But those 2 halfbacks, individually, not even together, individually, the last time they were involved in a defeat was Easter weekend, Good Friday. Either one of them, not even together.
Yeah,
that's the last time.
That'd be really interesting, wouldn't it? The last defeat they will have had together.
Last time Harry Smith lost a game was Easter weekend. Last time they lost a game together
would have been the grand final last year.
Would have been the grand final, yeah.
It's a phenomenal record.
But I mean, that particular one, those 2 halfbacks, last time Bevan lost a game was the grand final last year.
Yeah.
Last time Harry lost a game was Good Friday. We're now in August. Right? We're in August, and the last time he lost a game was in Good Friday.
It's a bit mad, that, isn't it?
I know you can say that about a lot of players. Was the last time they lost was what the Warrington game, which was only 3 weeks later. But it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a crazy run, and I'm sure it'll come to an end at some point, like all great runs do. It's currently 10 in all comps, 12 in 13 or 13 in 14, whatever it is. If you include that game we sacrificed, so nobly to Hooker, just to make them feel a bit better.
Yeah, it's really interesting when you put it like that, isn't it?
Yep.
I think that wraps up this game. Yeah. Now, obviously, next week we see the return of Keir McDermott, who's back off a suspension.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I'm sure he'll feature. It'd be interesting to see who he features instead of.
Yeah.
Or maybe he won't carry the outside back on the bench.
Maybe not. But they just come straight in to make the bench a little bit bigger.
Our 2 second rows are still a way out.
Yeah.
From coming back. But...
Or do we see him playing there a little bit because he played it there at Huddersfield?
Yeah, maybe.
Be interesting to see what the plan is.
I'd like to keep the Walters and Partington, to be honest, right now. We're doing well.
I wouldn't be against it. So that'll be interesting to see. Obviously, like you said, Farrell and December still a couple of weeks off. I think the latest I've heard was 3 weeks. I think it was around 3 or 4 weeks. Hopefully before the end of the season, get a couple of games before the playoffs start. I think that wraps it up though.
Yep.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll go around the grounds. So time to go around the grounds now. Some exciting games to look forward to this round.
Couple of upsets.
Couple of upsets. Couple of games that were a little bit blow away. But we're going to start off with. I'm not really certain. Can you call this an upset?
Yeah. The lower ranked team won, and they'd only won 3 games all year.
Yeah, but the team they were playing had only won 5.
That's true.
They were 14th and 13th, respectively, and have stayed 14th and 13th.
You wouldn't have guessed, or maybe you would, that a basement battle this late into the season would be from 2 teams not newly promoted. 2 teams with full central funding.
Well, I guess one of them would have been. The team that have
You
won...
wouldn't have guessed they were both.
No.
Both.
The team that won,
Yeah.
Huddersfield, I think I would have said at the start of the year that
I would have guessed at least one of the teams, probably both of them, would have been the half-funded teams. I would have guessed it would have been Toulouse and York.
Yeah.
But brilliant that it's not for them. Terrible for these 2 teams.
Yeah. Huddersfield, 22 points to 16.
Yeah.
Huddersfield have now won 4 games in total, and both of them have been back-to-back wins.
Can you believe that? They've had back-to-back wins twice and they only won 4 games.
Yeah. Yeah. Beat York twice, obviously, us and Hull FC now.
Yep.
22 points to 16. I respect. I think it was Jagger and Flanagan.
Yeah.
The last 2 tries, shushing the crowd.
Yeah, listen, 2's a streak. You can shush a crowd if it's a team that's down there with you. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I respect that. I respect that a lot.
2 teams that have got interim head coaches. Hull are going to be playing against a team with an interim head coach again this week because they're playing Saints.
Yes.
A lot of that going on right now. Castellan technically.
4 interim coaches.
Castellan are technically interim head coach, even though Cartwright's basically talking as though he's got the job forever. He was asking today whether Lewis Don wants to stay. Like, don't ask us, the general public. It's not our decision.
Have you not realised that you're meant to be doing training?
Yeah.
You're meant to see this guy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where it's gone wrong for him.
Maybe he just keeps asking the general public instead of his players.
Jackie's got like a little tick list in his head and he's thinking, speak to Lewis about staying.
Yeah.
Then he just announces it to the public. 22 points to 16.
Yeah.
It is a big win for Huddersfield coming back from behind.
Yep.
Because they were behind at half time, got just in front, went behind again, and they managed to find 2 tries in the last 20 minutes to win this 22-16.
I'm surprised they won this because they let in some easy tries. Huddersfield did.
Well, defensive play.
They scored some. It's like Huddersfield scored some nice tries, and then let in some of the easiest tries I've ever seen for Hull to score. That's what it felt like to me watching the highlights of this game.
Yeah, I do think the first Huddersfield try was very poor defence from.
The try that Huddersfield scored in the second half, not the winning try.
Yeah, they scored 3 in the second half.
The middle one, and maybe where they shifted it right through all the hands and that was gorgeous.
Yeah,
that was really good.
That was really nice.
Like, where's that been all season?
Yeah. Hull FC, what? Like, what do you say?
I genuinely think we might finish bottom.
Do you think? I'm just actually trying to compare the
running
of games.
Yeah.
The good thing for Hull FC is they've got Saints, they've got Cass.
They've got Catalan
and Toulouse.
Yes.
So the 4
missing player currently teams.
Winnable games. And the difficulty for Huddersfield is they don't get to play against Huddersfield. They've got to play Toulouse.
They've got to play Catalan. They've got to play Cass. They've got a very similar running, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, but they've got to make that game up and make the points difference up.
Maybe they won't finish bottom Hull FC, but then are we saying what a great result that is for Hull FC not finishing bottom?
Sorry, I've actually just heard them words come out of your mouth and I'm thinking...
I know.
Yeah, you know when something's bad?
That's really bad, though, that.
That's ridiculous.
I spoke about it last week. Andy Last with his
best defensive team on our own line.
Not that, with his keeps taking charge of sinking ships. He's gone down with a few ships, that man.
He might get sacked from Hull FC and take over Saints before end of the season.
He's not even got the Hull FC job and he might get sacked.
To be fair, looking at that statement, he's not wrong. about the defensive ability on their own line. Because if you take the bottom 6 teams, they've got the best defensive record.
Out of the bottom 6?
Out of the bottom 7, sorry.
He didn't say out of the bottom 7, though. He said out of the whole league.
Yeah. Yeah, if you ignore all the good teams...
Yeah, if you ignore all the good teams and the average ones, then yeah, maybe. They're the best at defending their own line.
But if you look at the rest of them, they might be the worst attacking team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Not good. Really not good.
This shouldn't be on a Thursday night. I'm sorry.
What, you think they should do some sort of executive decision to put somebody else on?
Yeah.
What
That-
game would you have chosen?
Do you know what that should have been? That should have been Friday night when Wigan and Leigh are playing.
What else would you put on the Thursday instead? Catalans and Wakey.
Literally anyone. Anyone.
Yeah, just... I tell you who I would have put on the Thursday night. And I'm genuinely serious here. Widnes and London.
Yes, yeah.
What was that, 38-44 or something daft like that? Just kept scoring against each other.
Yeah, 2 good teams then in the
I would
championship.
put that on.
But all of these other games that we're going to talk about, I would have rather watched on Thursday night than this.
Right. Yeah.
Because we're going to talk about Leeds Toulouse in a second.
Yeah, but
And that was a
also...
46-0 win.
Yeah.
But at least you would see some good rugby from Leeds.
What do you value more, good rugby or close? You'd like both.
I would like both. But close rugby is very different from close quality rugby.
Which would you rather have? I'd probably rather have... Well, I don't know, actually. It's a good question, and I don't know the answer.
Because if I wanted to go and watch close rugby, I could go and watch 2 random pub teams play each other, and it would be equal quality. It'd be rubbish, because they've never played together, and
Might not be rubbish.
it might not be rubbish, but you get my point, though.
It's all relative, isn't it?
That's what I mean. Like,
I think I'd rather watch a close game than somebody pour on points against a terrible team.
Thursday night, we've got a TV to ourselves. There is no other sporting event on now because the Premier League darts has finished.
Would that... Yeah.
Maybe a Wakey travelling to
And
Catalan.
that's disrespectful to West Indies and Pakistan playing in a test match in Trinidad. Well, I suppose that's this Thursday. That's not last Thursday. Yeah, we didn't even have that to contend. There probably was some 100 on.
Yeah.
But I'm not watching that. I'd rather watch this than the 100.
We're Saints Hull next week.
I think I'll be watching the cricket.
Yeah, I'll watch the cricket instead.
If the West Indies are still in by then, I will watch the cricket.
I don't think there's much else to say on that game.
No, move on. Both of these 2 teams, please move on. Please be better next year.
Are they both in Super League next year?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Like your answer.
You asked me the question, are they? Not should they be.
Oh.
Are they? Yes. Should they be? No.
I like that answer.
And you know me, how many times have I been on this podcast saying how much I respect Huddersfield Giants as a brand and how it needs to be in Super League? No, not anymore. You've lost me.
I think they've lost me.
Pretty pointless.
I think halfway through last year they lost me.
Oh, a good 12 months before me.
Yeah. Lewis still had faith in them at that point.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
Lewis lost faith in him when they sacked Ian Watson. Made him give that cap back.
Where is he now? Is it all PR?
Yeah. I thought you meant Lewis. Oh, on holiday.
Climbing the mountains of France.
Yeah.
Right. We're going to move on to some games that were slightly more interesting.
Okay.
Not much more interesting, but on the same time as us. Toulouse travelled to Leeds.
Yeah.
They lost 46 points to 0.
Leeds did what they should.
Leeds are a good team.
They're a good team. They're going to do this to you.
They should beat weaker teams.
Toulouse are 9th, which is a great achievement.
That is a massive
But
achievement.
you're not coming into this game at Headingley thinking we'll win here.
No.
You're targeting some other games, perhaps.
The only thing I think they'll be disappointed at, they conceded a couple of soft tries. Like the Jake Connor, the first one.
Yeah, where he just don't miss it, no one.
He shouldn't walk through after
Yeah,
10 minutes. I get that they had some good ball and he shouldn't walk through.
Yeah.
But I do hope Toulouse can bounce back.
Not against us. They've got us next.
I hope they put a good performance.
Bounce back in after next week.
Imagine if they went on a run there.
Who've they got?
Huddersfield at home.
They'll
And
bounce
they
back.
go to KR.
They'll bounce back that week. Oh, if they go to KR. Listen, they're ninth. At no point did I ever think they'll be ninth. So, good on them.
No, we had the conversation, didn't we? at the
Can you
start of the
relegate them when they're above
five
other teams?
Four other teams, yeah.
And they're pretty much level with Catalan.
It'd be really interesting if they got above Catalan. How many points are they behind Catalan?
2, I think.
4
Or
behind
was it 4?
Catalan. Yeah, they beat them last week, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Their points difference is miles better. They're 90 points better off. They did put 70 on, I suppose, so that will help. Yeah. That feels like a while ago, that now, doesn't it?
It was Magic Weekend. It was only 4 weeks ago. That is mad to think about.
Leeds doing the business.
They did a business.
2 points.
Yeah.
Good result for them.
Mm-hmm.
And that means they can keep doing what they're doing, and hopefully they'll be looking at trying to lock in the top spot, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
If you're looking for a Leeds perspective. Next game, also on Friday night, same time. Wouldn't mind watching this either.
The top 3 all in action on the same night. It's just not a good idea.
Yeah, the main top 3, obviously, Wakey were on Saturday, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but I mean, like,
KR, Wigan, and
the big 3 from this year.
KR
I don't mean top 3 in the table.
beat Bradford 40 points to 16. They're doing it tough, Bradford, injury wise.
Yes.
It's not.
And they just did that thing where they said everyone was leaving. Like, that's going to have a bit of a different performance. Plus, they're going against KR. Yeah, this is going to be a tough moment for Bradford.
Do you think that just gives, without over analysing it, do you think by announcing that, it sort of tells the fans, listen, we've done what we wanted to this year.
Yeah.
We're going to Vegas next year.
Long term, I think it's a good thing. Short term, I think it hurts you a bit.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
And I think they'll be better off for it next year.
Yeah, I think so.
Because they announced it early.
Well, they'd have to be in there if they're going to Vegas. That's not going to be an exhibition, is it? Vegas will be for 2 competition points, so they're definitely in Super League next year.
Maybe Huddersfield are going to put themselves forward.
For Vegas?
Vegas 2028.
What, just so it saves them?
Vegas.
I don't think that's how it works.
Hull FC.
I think Bradford are in to Vegas because they know they're in Super League.
Yeah, must be.
It's not going to be an exhibition, that.
Must be. Right, Saturday. 3 games to look at. Castleford, Warrington.
Before we talk about Castleford, and I'm sure we're going to go on talking about Castleford because some crazy stuff's happening over there, I did want to say that it was Toby King's 100th try, which is a good achievement. And that should be celebrated by Warrington.
Yeah.
And has been so. Well, him, he's obviously off at the end of this year to London. That's just new. But he's been a good player for them and us in the past however many years it's been. And 100 tries in Super League is...
What do you reckon his most successful moment?
His most successful moment? Tough to say, really. It's probably between two. It's probably between scoring in the Good Friday Derby for Wigan.
Yeah, that was big.
Or winning the grand final with Wigan. Probably those are his 2 biggest moments. I think probably the grand final just trumps Good Friday.
Yeah.
It's probably between those 2 moments for me.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
the King of the Jungle as well, when he scored at Cats. That was pretty big, you know. And yeah, that was a pretty big moment.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Anyway, good for the Warrington legend to get his 100th try in Super League.
Wigan legend.
He's definitely a Wigan legend because he's won something at Wigan. Should we get on to this game?
Yeah.
48 points to 18. Warrington have gone to the Menderhorse, what's it now called?
The One
Ball Stadium.
Diggerland Stadium.
Diggerland. They've won 48-18. Castleford was 16-4 up after 20 minutes.
Yeah.
16-4 up after 20 minutes. Matty Ashton scored on the 25th.
They've conceded 42 points in 55 minutes.
Yeah. How many did they score in that time? Not many.
And, sorry, I should say, not conceded a try while they were down to 12. So for a 10-minute spell when Alex Mellor got sin-binned, they conceded just as he came back on the field.
Yeah.
45 minutes playing against 13, and they conceded 42 points.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
It's difficult because I feel like Lewis with Huddersfield and the same way with Cass. I always hope that they're going to get it right. And then I'm just never surprised when it goes wrong.
Warrington doing what they have to do, winning games. Well, that's what they have to do, getting that 6. Now, Ryan Carr.
Well,
with Castleford, what on earth is going on with him?
Sorry, I've just tweaked as well. You know, we said they conceded 42 in the last 55 minutes. They conceded 42 points last week against 12 man.
Wakefield. Yeah.
In 55 minutes.
And Wakefield were on 6 or 0, definitely when the guy got sent off. It was 6 apiece.
Yeah, 6. It was 10-6.
10-6, there we
go. Some of the comments was strange from Ryan Carr. And I'm going to try and summarise them the best that I can. But in his post-match interview with Sky Sports, so this isn't even like you've gone and sat down. This is pretty much immediate response. He said, same old, same old. He was then asked what he put the result down to, and he responded saying, some individuals.
Oh.
He then sort of talked about representing themselves and whatever. But he explained there's people in different positions that don't really worry me, because at the end of the day, we're paid to do a service, all of us, and that service we provided tonight wasn't good enough. Now that I think is an acceptable response when you ship 50 points and 50 points. It wasn't good enough, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Got to ask questions, including myself. We've got to ask questions.
But he's then going to say it shouldn't matter about where you are or where you're going. That's just a cop-out, and I'm not copping it. He then was asked about Hull KR next game and the improvement they needed. He said that the reporter asked, will they need a huge improvement? And he said, yeah, definitely. It lasted just under a minute. He said a maximum of 75 words. That's
pretty bold, pretty
to the point.
Blunt is the word I would use. Yeah. Blunt.
I don't. My issue with it more than anything is what has he seen in that game that he didn't already know?
Maybe it's just an accumulation though. So maybe it's just like, oh, every week I've defended you in press, the Neil Warnock thing.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just fed up with it. Maybe he's just like, well, you've been this bad this many times this season. I'm fed up now. I'm not having it where you still turn in these performances.
But by saying some individuals, you're getting, he obviously means more than one. Let's say he's talking about 5. Don't pick them.
Yeah.
He already made the tough call to drop Ravawala and send him out on loan.
Scored twice, by the way.
Yeah.
For Doncaster.
And I get it, you lost Blake Taff at the start of the season. That's really tough. The problem is they've got a soft underbelly. Yeah. When things don't go the way, and mistakes don't go the way, they roll over.
Yep.
You've made one signing in that situation. When you think about leaders, strong middles, you signed Tyler Dupree.
Yep.
They're signing Robbie Mulhern for next season.
They signed a few others for next season. They signed that outside back.
Well, that's what I mean. They're all outside backs. They're not a leader.
We need a pack leader, is that what you say?
Yeah.
Is Robbie Mulhern not that?
Not the Robbie Mulhern that's playing 15 games a season.
Yeah.
He keeps getting injured. You already signed Tyler Dupree and he's already playing them.
Yeah.
I mean, go and get yourself a...
They don't grow on trees, though, pack leaders, do they?
No, but
When you say pack leaders in this sport, you're looking at Luke Thompson, Paul Vaughan, Matty Lees. In this competition, who else are we thinking about? Brad O'Neill. Yeah, if I'm thinking about talking about props, Mike McMeekin. He's not going to come to you, is he?
no.
Catalans have had a couple of pack leaders that are about to retire who've gone a bit past it. But you want somebody who's going to be up front, win that battle.
I also think someone who's just not going to let you get bullied.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone who's not going to let you get bullied. Someone who's going to stand up to, like, whatever, protect your kids.
So I'm thinking, right. I'm thinking about who those are. Luke Thompson, Paul Vaughan, Matty Lees, Mike McMeekin, Benjamin Garcia. Maybe a few years ago, more than now, but Ben Garcia, Tom Moore.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Sue.
Or Sue, one of them two.
But Jared did it when they were first.
Yeah.
I know I always go back to it. Wigan went and got Brad Singleton, and it looked like a bit of a weird signing.
Yeah.
And he came in and protected a young pack.
Mike Cooper seemed like an odd signing. Re-signing Willie Houser for all them years might have seemed like an odd signing.
I just
Has an impact.
Chris Hill going to Huddersfield was a good piece of business.
Yeah.
I just think go and get someone. Toughen you up in the middle. But
I don't know who that is, though.
I don't know who that is at
They
the
don't grow on
moment.
trees, like I said.
No, you're not wrong there, to be fair. So yeah, 48 points to 18. Not a point scored in the second half. I think it was Harrison got a double.
Ashton got a double.
Look at some of the try scorers. Sipley, Harrison, Ben Curry. Middles like that should not be getting multiple tries in the game. I mean, if your winger gets a hat-trick and the other one gets two, and you go, well, they scored and we've made them...
Yeah.
What do you do if you're Ryan Carr then? Drop them all? Who did you bring in?
Don't know. Who've they got next?
Hull KR. I think they've got the toughest running. Hull KR at home, Hull FC away, Saints away.
Can you get a response out of them 3 games? Possibly. You don't have to win them all. You don't have to win any of them.
You can lose, but lose well.
Yeah, I suppose. You just need a response now, don't they? You need a response to that. Your coach calls you out like that on live television. You need a response.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if there's no response.
Be interesting to see the 21-man squad next week.
Yeah.
When that's released.
Yeah.
Should we move on to another shock?
How many games we've got left? 1
2.
or 2?
2 to go.
Yeah. Because there was 3 on Saturday, wasn't there?
1 on Thursday, 3 on Friday, 3 on Saturday.
But at least the ones on Saturday were staggered, so they were at different times.
Yeah. I like the Catalans kicking off at 8.
Yeah, me too.
The second one, York St Helens. York won 34 points to 32.
I can't believe this. Couldn't believe it. We watched this back, didn't we? Because we were both playing at the time. Yeah. This seemed to me as though York kept giving St Helens a chance to win the game by being awful at dealing with kicks and messing up. Well, there were probably 3 or 4 tries.
We definitely said 3
from kicks that were just completely messed up. That you should absolute bread and butter. Like just the first one, just put your hand on the ball.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to knock it dead. How many times do I have to say that? The one where he lets it bounce. There's another one where they put a kick through and they drop it. And that can happen. Fair enough. There was a lot of traffic in there. But
you shouldn't have 3 of them in a game.
Shouldn't have 3 in a game, no. You shouldn't have 3 in a game. And York, for their part, scored some nice tries. Ollie Field scored 2 really nice tries where it was forward, passing to a forward. Paul Vaughan crashed over, as he always does.
Loves to trap Paul Vaughan.
He does, yeah. Benison scored. I was pleased with Benison, against a team that abandoned him.
I tell you what, if I was Saints, I'd be thinking that's some bad business letting him go. One, you need a goal kicker.
And you need somebody to play in instead of Murphy,
But
who everyone keeps telling me is a disaster.
A steady winger.
Yeah.
Who they're not really gone and got better than. They're not going to got someone who's miles better than.
No.
Dougie's doing okay, but
you need two wingers.
You need two
Carl
wingers.
Felt's gone home.
And Lewis Murphy isn't living up to what?
No, he's not.
What you expected, and we all know Dion Cross has played a lot at centre.
McDonald is in and out of the side with injuries and probably play centre if he's in his best position.
Yeah. Do you know what stood out to me more than anything?
Hmm.
We always talk about teams when they go down to 12. York went down to 12 in the 48th minute. They won the next 10 minutes, 12-0.
Yeah, that was a bit crazy, that. Maybe they just always need to play with 12 men. Scoring 2 tries and your opponent doesn't score a single point in that 10 minutes for when you've got a guy off for a headshot. Like, that's...
It's York against Saints.
Yeah.
If Saints had played York and scored 2 tries, went down to 12, you'd go, it is Saints. You wouldn't put it past them. You'd go, still impressive.
Yeah. Still impressive.
York shouldn't be able to do this.
True.
That's just not showing up defensively.
Saints got another chance by scoring, then almost returning the kickoff for a try, then scoring again with Douglas in the corner. A kick to draw the game.
Matty, I'm really surprised you didn't say your hamstring was a bit tight and palm this off to me then.
Well, I'm just thinking about
happening.
Saints having a kick from out wide to draw the game, and where I've seen this before. Hill Dickinson Stadium, about a month ago, I saw this exact film. And Hastings made a huge mess of it. And this time, the camera showed him clutching his backside. It weren't his hamstring, it was his backside. His glute, if you want to be... I know Lewis isn't here to talk us through the official gym definition. But yeah, he was clutching his glute. I decided not to take the conversion, and Tristan Saylor missed it. What do you think of that?
We're going to go to goal kicker in Kieran, right? They've got a decent backup in Harry Smith.
Yeah, he's all right for a backup kicker, isn't he?
Yeah. And I would back them both in big moments to kick it.
That was a hard kick, though.
It's a very, very
That would have
kick.
been a tough one for Adam Kieran or Harry Smith.
My point being is, if Adam Kieran can walk, he stands up there and takes the shot. Because I'm the kicker, and I've kicked 5
all the easy ones
from 7.
Yeah.
Right? I'm the guy who's got my boot laced up. I don't know what the term would be as well, what goal kickers would refer it to, but I'm the one that's in. Yeah, I've done it all game.
You mean like you've seen it well?
Yeah, you've seen it well. I'm warmed up. It's my responsibility. I can walk.
Tristan Saylor's probably not kicked a ball off a tee. Well, if he has done
Well,
it...
he was taking kickoffs. That's nowhere near the same.
That's not the same at all.
You're thinking about just putting it high and...
Yeah, that's not the same. He might have had a few goals at goal in the warm-up.
Might have had 2 or 3.
He might have had a few goals. That was 2 hours ago.
Before that, he might have done some on training Thursday.
Yeah, he's not going to have loads of practice, is it?
So, to pull out...
Listen, he missed it. He gave it a go. And I'm not going to say anything bad about it.
No, because he shut up and had a go at it.
It was a difficult kick and he nearly made it. And he had a go. He gave it a good go. But yeah, not happy with the captain for...
No, I wouldn't be happy with
standing
that.
captain for shipping the kick onto somebody else.
Yeah, I don't think that's on me. I think as you're the guy. You're meant to be him.
We've now had another week where Saints have lost.
Yeah.
Brilliant as they are. Last week they were expected to lose. Against Toulouse, like that segue, Toulouse.
Yeah.
We heard that they were happy with losing, but not by that sort of performance. That makes sense, which is weird because you were at home against Toulouse. Again, this week I'm hearing the same sort of things. I'm hearing that we expected to lose this game. Look, you were playing York. York have got half the funding. Yeah, you've got some players missing.
The 1 from 5 since July started.
Yeah.
The 1 from 5.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, 2 of them is against Wigan, so the tough as it is. against the rest of the games, Toulouse at home, Catalan at home, York away, I don't care how bad Saints are.
Should win all the games.
Saints should win 3 from 3.
And
if they win 2 from 3, they should be disappointed that they dropped 2
you can
points.
lose, but it's a shock. It's a shock to lose. It's not, we tried hard. Didn't we try hard? Didn't we look good with Harry Robertson at 6? Didn't he try so hard? Didn't he put on a nice try? Didn't Shane Wright do what? No, you just lost at York. Be angry.
You're St. Helens.
Be annoyed.
Yeah.
At the risk of sounding like Gary Neville, this is St. Helens we're talking about. You need to beat York, and if you don't beat York, you need to be disappointed.
And
York have got half the central funding. Their squad numbers up to about 70.
I don't want to go back to it because it was a dark day in my life. Losing at Wakefield 27-26.
Yes. Remember it well.
And I remember the inquiry that went on.
Oh.
And I remember that
half the team was going to get replaced if you listen to some people, and all the coaches.
Yeah. And I remember nearly fighting with someone on the way out because I was like, I'm not having that. And next thing you know, they ended up in an argument.
But we were disappointed we'd lost.
But it
happens.
To Wakefield and lose.
It happens, but it shouldn't be okay.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's not right for a club of St. Helens.
And so,
without being funny, do you not remember like the quad year? We got battered by Warrington at home.
Yes.
And everyone's saying we're not going to win anything.
And away at Leeds.
But man, we'd already won 2 trophies.
And away at Leeds, yeah.
Away at Leeds, we're not going to win anything. Not going to win anything.
Yeah.
And I just, it matters. Your standards, they have to be upheld. But yeah, going to Hull FC and losing 24-22. I think that was the week before Warrington.
It was. Yeah, it was.
People were ripping us to shreds.
Yeah. Yeah, no French, no field, no win. All that stuff.
Yeah.
Peter Fraud. This is in the middle of the quad season.
I want to finish with.
So it's not really any quads this time this year, but you've got to be upset if you lose at York. They've got half the funding. I've said it 3 times, and that's no mistake. It's important to say that. York have done well. Take nothing away.
I was going to say massive credit to York.
Big credit, Applegarth and York and Ollie Field.
I like some of the players. I like the style they've gone.
Yeah.
I like the 2 props. I like Vaughan and, is it VAR?
Yeah.
Xavier VAR?
Yeah. They do drop off when they go off the pitch, though, don't they?
They do.
But that's to be expected.
I like Benison. What's his name? Nikhil Williams. I've never really seen much of him before. I was impressed. Obviously, like the young halfback who's from Hull, the young 9, from Hull FC. Is it Bamford?
Yeah, Bamford.
I like what I've seen of him. I think he's a solid Super League player.
Ollie Field, we know what we're getting. Ollie Field scored a couple of nice tries in this one.
You'll see that develop over the next.
Your dad played for him.
Andy Jukesy. Yeah.
Andy Jukesy.
You know what I mean? I'm liking the way they're developing.
I think if you were sort of an up and coming player in Yorkshire, you might want to go to York as a good project. I think you'd want to go and play there for Applegarth. I think if your options are those clubs.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Would Paul McShane get in Castlewood's team right now?
Yeah.
So he's retired, gone to Australia.
Oh yeah, he went to Australia.
Played
Championship.
Well, not even that. It was like out bush rugby.
Oh, then he came and played Championship.
Then he came to play Championship.
Now he's back in Super League.
And he's still
making try-saving tackles, by the way.
Yeah.
On Jakey Davis. What a try-saving tackle that was.
That was showing something great about him. And I'm not seeing it. Yeah.
That question was whether or not Paul McShane could get in the cast side. If you were a talented young player, let's say, for example, Jason Gary, and you had your pick of all the West Yorkshire clubs apart from Leeds, so you think Bradford, York, let's throw Huddersfield in there, Wakefield, maybe. I would say you're going to York there because you're going to get a chance. Definitely going to get a chance.
Yeah, you're probably not going to get that chance at Wakey.
No.
You definitely get a chance at Bradford and Huddersfield.
Yeah, on York.
But you're
You're going to get a chance. Mark Applegarth's quite stable, but you're not going to get sacked anytime soon. You've got a small but passionate fan base. It's a team on the up, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a team on the up.
Yeah, definitely.
And these games, they don't beat St Helens for 80 years. You know that?
Yeah, I actually saw it. What's the magazine called?
League Express.
After we talked about League Express and not being able to see it anywhere, I saw it in Morrison's in Leigh.
Did you?
Yeah.
I need to go there then.
Yeah.
I can only ever buy it when I'm in the Lake District holiday.
Yeah, I walked past it as I went out with my shopping and I went, what on?
There's a newsagent in Keswick that sells it.
Oh.
So whenever we go on holiday...
One of three nationwide.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Well, Co-op also sells it in the Lake District.
Oh.
And I saw it in Morrison's in Ormskirk, which is definitely elephant in a phone box territory. That definitely shouldn't be sold in Ormskirk. But yeah, I did see it there.
That's an interesting one. I wasn't expecting it there.
So League Express, 80 years. First time they've beaten Saints in 80 years.
It's massive.
That's a big win. Yeah.
Was it 50 odd years since Hull KR at the start of the year?
I don't know. Listen, there's signature wins for York. That's what they've got over some of the other clubs that have come up in the past. They've got signature wins.
York are 4 out of the last 6.
Yeah.
4 out of the last 6. They've got 7 wins overall.
That would have been their target.
Well, at the start of the season,
in fact, probably 5.
At the start of them 6 games, we were on about them being on level points with Huddersfield.
Yeah, and now they're ahead by 6.
They're now 10th.
And Huddersfield have won 2 of those games.
Yes.
And one of them was against York. Remember, winner York.
Yeah. That's mad. Mad. Last game, there is one more game to talk about before we sign off this section.
Right.
Catalans Wakefield. Catalans have lost again at home. It's something becoming all too common with saying. They've won 1 of the last 6 games. The 3 from the last 9. It sums up their season, really.
Yeah, it's disappointing for Catalan. I don't know really what you can expect from Catalan. They've sacked their coach. Or did they sack him or did he just leave? Can't remember. They're an interim coach who thinks he's got the job forever. You've got these 2 halfbacks who are doing quite well, but also both leaving at the end of this year. So where's their motivation?
Whoa. He spoke to Lewis about
Lewis
saying...
Dodd, Lewis Dodd needs to tell us if he's staying or not, the general public. But Sexton's definitely leaving. Yeah. Mid-table, Catalan, they'll have wanted more, but really, who should they be above? They maybe should have more points, but who should they be above in the league? Because I don't think they're better than any of them teams ahead of them.
They'd probably still be in 8th.
Yeah.
But they should be closer to Saints than they should be to lose.
That's fair enough. That's a fair point.
If they were on 22 and they'd won 11 of 21...
that's pretty good, yeah.
You'd be thinking, it's probably fair. But I am sat thinking, and I'm looking at that Catalans team, and forget who's coming and going, because we know Sexton is leaving, we know Dodd is leaving and or staying, depending on what he announces to the general public, and Cruz Leeming's there on loan, so he's potentially going to leave unless they keep him on, which Cruz has to announce to the knowing public soon. But I look at players that are going to get better. Realistically, how many of that team are players that are going to develop and get better? Charlie Staines might develop as a full-back.
Legier.
But like Makinson and Cottridge aren't.
No.
The pack.
Hugo Tissot.
Like Frank Maria.
Frank Maria's young for.
Busquets.
Busquets finished.
Satay's
finished.
They're not going to get better.
No.
You got a couple in that, like Lipowski.
Oh yeah, Lipowitz.
Who could get a bit better, but they're not.
Could get better, yeah.
I wonder what their ceiling is.
And
it's like, I thought when they signed Sexton and Dodd, they'd got 2 halfbacks. And if they'd announced them on 3-4 year deals, I'd have gone.
You've got Charlie Staines, Sexton, Dodd, Lehman, all for the next 3 years. You go, well, that's a spine you can build a team around.
And you just need to bring a quality 13 in and a young, hungry prop. And if you get me a strike centre,
Well, yeah, they've got him, haven't they? The mullet fella, Fartapi.
Rumours are he's off.
Yeah. To where?
FC is what I've heard.
All FC.
Mm.
If you go Davy Litton to Fartapi, it's been upgraded, hasn't it?
People rate that Litton.
Yeah, Wakefield do.
Yeah. Should say, good win for Wakey.
Yes,
I know.
Keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on.
Leeds.
Not only Wigan and Leeds. Keep the pressure on Hull KR and Warrington. Because if you don't make it in the top two, you want to host.
Yeah. I'm just
so
looking.
Keep the pressure on them two teams. You've got to keep winning now, Hull KR and Leigh and Warrington. You've got to keep winning. If you want to be in the top four,
they're now 4 clear of Warrington.
Yeah.
And 6 clear of KR
and then
and Leigh.
Got to play each other. They've got to play each other for the game in hand. So only one of them's getting closer.
But my point being on that is, we're getting to the point in probably a week or two's time. Let's say the top 3, Leeds, Wakey and Wigan, all win their next 2 games. You're getting to the point where you're saying, Wire, KR, Leigh, and I'm going to keep saying it's in there for now, are fighting for 4th spot.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not far away, that moment happening.
I think we're 2 or 3 weeks away from having that conversation, because we're around 21.
But Wigan and... No, not Wigan, Yeah, Wigan and Wakefield got to play each other soon. Wakefield and Leeds have got to play each other soon.
And we've got to play Leeds at the end of the season.
Play Leeds at the end. So,
and we've got to play KR.
And we've got to play KR.
So Leeds, KR are thinking they've got to win games because they've got to travel to Wigan as well, and that's not a surefire win, is it? So it's getting really interesting, that, because...
What I meant was those 3 teams can't keep winning because they play against each other.
That's true.
So they can't keep winning, all 3 of them.
Do you think we're going to end up in a situation like 2023 where 1st, 2nd and 3rd are decided on the last day of the season?
Maybe. Don't forget that 6th was also decided on the last day of the season.
It was.
So there was jeopardy for last playoff spots that year. Because Salford would just miss out.
Yeah, they did.
On the last day.
How that's changed.
And I think Warrington got it.
Warrington did get in, yeah. How that's changed. They've gone from just missing out on the playoffs 3 years ago to sacking someone for not shaking the bus driver's hand. We'll talk about that later.
That's a preview to later on.
We'll talk about that later.
Just sneak preview to the next segment.
But yeah, it's really interesting how the rest of this season is going to develop. Good 2 points for Wakefield. I should say, Wakey Leeds is next week.
Yeah.
So that is that the Thursday night game or Friday night game?
Yeah.
That's going to be a real interesting one at Wakey as well. I think that even makes it a little bit.
I'm really excited for that game, to see that game.
That should be on Thursday night.
Why? Not that much travel.
Not that much travel. Big game.
Could have put us on Thursday night then, this week.
Yeah, could have. Nothing else on the telly.
Yeah.
Main event it.
Yeah. Well, no, it won't be on the main event.
If it was on a Thursday.
100.
BBC, innit?
Sky as well.
Yeah. You get my point, though. They're in a good bit of form. I'm just looking at their last 10 games. 9 from 10.
Yeah, on fire.
Since they lost to us, they've only lost to Saints, Leeds, and us. In the when they lost to us in the quarterfinal.
Oh yeah, sure, in the quarterfinal.
Good bit of run.
Yeah, I think they're doing very well. Another team that was potentially overhyped, but are also really good. Both those things can be true.
Yeah.
But look, it's going to be a good end to the season. I think it's going to be a fun end to the season. Lots of teams still playing for things. We're at this point now, and I'm going to say it, all 3 of the promoted sides have done their job. They've done well.
I'm going to say it. York and Toulouse, I think one more win means they're exceeding.
Oh, I think they're already exceeding expectations. I think 10 points was my expectation for a good season.
See, I'd gone 12 and 14.
Probably, in hindsight, I should
But I
have
didn't think all
they're
three-
playing against each other.
I didn't think all three of them were going to do it. You know what I mean? I thought if one of them gets a 14-point season, 16-point season,
yeah.
a really good season.
Yeah.
But actually, there's every chance they all do that.
Yeah. Been a good season.
Very, very good season so far.
Good advert for bringing it up to 14.
Yeah.
For everyone who said it was a bad idea.
Definitely. Right. I think that wraps up this section.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break and then we'll come back with some news. So we're going into the news now. And this might be a first on the podcast. We just talked about Ryan Carr, talked about his team's performance, his comments after the game, and in the 5-minute break that we just had, go get a drink and have a minute, throw some darts. That's a big one. Ryan Carr has been suspended.
I think there has been bigger news broken while we've been recording. I think there was a
Kensio falling in the pothole.
Was that?
That was during a podcast.
Was it?
Yeah, it definitely
There was the
was.
Devon French extension was once during a podcast.
That was
do
during a
recall
podcast.
That was a big moment. But yeah, this Ryan Carr news, the story has taken another turn.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever talked about someone's comments, especially the comments that Carr made, to then have this news sort of break straight after. Sounds like he's been stood down.
Yep.
Pending an investigation.
Yep. So he's not in charge this weekend.
This weekend. I'm getting this as it comes through. A lot of this is coming from Love Rugby League, so I've got to give them some credit for the reporting there. He was at the club today and even held his press conference, but players were informed at the end of the day that Carr had been stood down ahead of the game with Hull KR. Not told what reason for. Sources say that the Australian hasn't been sacked and there's no suggestion of any wrongdoing at this stage.
I mean, suspending the guy pending investigation
Is the formal way
well,
of...
that's a suggestion of wrongdoing, not necessarily a wrongdoing, but that's a suggestion of it. You can't say there's no suggestion at all and then suspend the guy. It's great preparation for a game against Hull KR, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not that this game really matters for Cass.
Well, I was going to say that's the one shining light from this is that it is Hull KR. They're not going to be big favourites anyway. If it was a York in a game that they need to win, wouldn't be ideal at all.
Well, they don't need to win any games.
But that's true
Against
as well.
Cass, they're not going to do anything under this season, so...
Yeah.
Weird story.
I'm certain there's going to be a lot more to break out of that in the next couple of weeks.
Probably.
Few news stories to talk about this week. Also announced this afternoon, John Bateman re-signed for Bradford.
2-year deal with a 3rd-year option.
Yep. Starting from next year, that'll be a good piece of business for him.
Good signing.
Good. I think it's good for both of them, Bateman's not really had the best of times since he's gone back to the NRL. And he is going to raise standards at Bradford, isn't he? He's going to help improve the club.
He's been there, done it, hasn't he? You name it, he's done it. Both grand finals in both sides of the World Cups, Ashes series, big games, Challenge Cup finals, World Club Challenge. He's done a lot, hasn't he, in his career, and he'll provide.
He's a worker as well.
He'll provide a wealth of experience. He's not going to be somebody who plays in a dinner suit and just talks a good game. He's still going to get his hands dirty, isn't he? Yeah. He's still going to try 100%. Like, that's his game, isn't it?
Yeah. Next piece of signing news. Hull FC have signed Bailey Hodgson on a 2-year deal from 2027.
This is interesting to me.
You know why I find it the most interesting? I wonder whether we've actually not spoke about this offer. How does that leave Hull FC? Because I thought they'd gone big on the price up 1. Jake Arthur's at 6.
The only thing I can think of is Bailey Hodgson 1, price 6, and Arthur 7. That's the only thing I can think of.
I think they might have signed him as a winger centre.
No. Maybe. I don't know, actually.
I also think they're two very different styles of fullback. If you've got Will Price, who's an exciting...
I think Hodgson can do that. Hodgson's a decent player. He's played well whenever Leigh have called upon him. He's had a few injuries.
But I do think he's more of a worker, though, isn't he? Lots of hard carries, and you praise his energy and his effort more than maybe his technical hands. That's a big, a good signing. And you know what I'm going to say? It's probably one of the first young signings, apart from Price, that I've been excited for.
Yeah, I feel like he's been around for ages and he's only 23.
I just think you look at the signings that Hull have made recently. James Bell, Asiata, they're not bad signings, but none of them you're thinking are going to get better at Hull. There's only Price.
Yeah.
I think bringing him in as well sort of gives you a bit more to look forward to. Talking of that, Cal Watkins, he's a player at the other end of his career. He has signed an extension at Leeds for next season. I don't think that's necessarily a bad piece of business.
I don't think it's bad because we've spoken, haven't we, about Leeds? And I think it was last week, I said about the try they scored where everyone who touched the ball is leaving at the end of this year. And so a bit of stability. A bit of a leader going through again. And so that's going to be good for them.
Last week we talked about that this Leeds squad was going to have to refresh. Like you look at both wingers, they're not getting any younger. The centres in Ash Hanley.
Right, but they have re-upped a few young players recently.
And that's what I was sort of getting at.
Kind of similar to what we did when we re-upped Junior and Zach Eckersley and who was the other one we did at the same time? Farraman, maybe. I can't remember whoever we did at that time.
Yeah. I just think that's a good piece of business to just keep your standards right. If you're going to phase a couple out and then a couple out and a couple out over the next 3-4 years, Cal Watkins staying on for another one.
Yeah, definitely. Drive standards.
Yeah. And I suppose it's a question of how many games he plays. If he has to play 33, it might not be great business. If he plays...
I think it still is.
If he plays 25 and you bleed a youngster in a little bit alongside him...
Not playing badly, is it?
No, he's not playing badly.
No.
I still think you remember that he is 35. And
yeah, I think the one for them, they thought Ethan O'Neill was going to be the replacement, and it hasn't worked for whatever reason.
It's gone to Hull Antioch.
Yeah.
Interesting to see whether that works, though. A couple more pieces of news. Scott Taylor returning to Hull FC.
Yeah, I only saw him a couple of weeks ago, Scott Taylor, when he was in charge at Goole against Whitehaven. They weren't great that day, Goole, but I thought he was doing okay. He seemed to be relishing the chance to be head coach, and he's given that up to go and be part of the backroom team at Hull. Maybe he sees this as another step forward in his coaching journey. Maybe he feels like he's
joined the best defensive team on their own line.
No. Maybe he feels like he's done as much as he can, because he was straight in, wasn't he, as head coach? Never done any coaching before. Straight in as head coach. Maybe he feels like he's done what he can with that.
Yeah, you're only going to go to a certain level. Being the head coach, go and be an assistant now, then maybe go to the top of the championship as a head coach, find your way around. It might just be a stepping stone. Should mention 7 players picked up by the disciplinary. Only one of them has picked up a ban. Most of them have picked up points or points and a fine. The one
Guillermo.
One game for a grade B. That took it was based off the penalty points. He got 3 points, and that took him over the.
He was already on some points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's out for a game, as we mentioned earlier, in our game that wasn't mentioned by anyone, and no one seems to be bothered. But Andrew Badrock got 3 points for a trip on Zach Eckersley.
Yep, just kicked him.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Just kicked him.
Yeah, no one seemed to mention that.
Nope.
A bit of a strange story developing from Salford. Do you remember
no, Salford story is going to be weird.
Well, do you remember the start of the year where Ryan Brealey was on? I think it was
Sky. He was on Sky for a game.
Yeah, it might have been like the stick to 10.
Oh yeah,
or whatever.
It was on
the Back 10 podcast after. at Salford, and they were discussing how he'd got free coach travel because he'd always been polite to the coach thing, and that was what they wanted.
Mm.
He's been on a Salford podcast in the last couple of days, and he expressed that Salford released a player for failing to meet its standards off the field because he failed to shake the bus driver's hand when they arrived for a fixture.
What?
Now, I don't know whether that means they actually asked him to go back and shake his hand and he refused or whatnot. The details weren't fully clear. But he said, we released the player because he didn't shake the bus driver's hand. Simple as that.
That can't be the only reason.
It can't be. That might be the final straw.
Even so, it's not the final straw. Just if you walk past the bus driver, what do you reckon? Do you reckon he said thank you and just walked past? I reckon that's what I'd do.
Yeah,
Shake the bus driver.
I do get the point that that he's trying to make about standards. Like, he then went on to say every team's recruitment culture should be get good people first. But he then said, I'm not sure there are many other teams who won't compromise on it either. So I'm a bit surprised.
Well, there's not compromising, and then there's whatever this is, which is, I mean, that's borderline hurting your team for no reason, really. You release a guy because he didn't shake hands with the bus driver.
Yeah.
He must have told him, go back and shake the bus driver's hand, and
He's refused.
He's refused, and he's gone, I'm too good for that, whatever, which seems very unlikely.
Because he revealed this handshake rule early in the season, like I said, and he said that when he was at Oldham, the coach driver was a Salford fan, and that's how he's managed to get it cheaper, by being a good person and whatever, and then talk about culture, which is fine, and I get all of that. But then there's another comment in this, and I really want to make sure you're listening for this. We've turned down way better players than what we've got now in favour of good people. Fact, it's not something I'm willing to compromise on.
I know a lot of good people. I wouldn't.
I consider myself a good bloke.
I wouldn't put them in the 13 in the Championship.
I think you're a good bloke. Do you want a game?
No. You better get the ambulance ready if I'm playing for Salford. That I get what he's doing there, and I bet he's sensationalising it, over exaggerating. It must be, yeah. It must be.
Because I don't get. That's a story. You know, when people talk about culture, I always think it's to do with the people in the camp don't have to go around and go say how good our culture is.
Yeah. If you've got a good culture.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
Yeah, and everyone knows it. Like, no one at Wigan is saying it. No one at Leeds, when they won everything, went around going, oh, we've got a really good culture because we do this. Do you know what I mean? I'm a bit surprised at these comments.
Speaking of weird comments, maybe not weird, but just unexpected comments. The Wellesby interview with the Sinbin, the Sinbin squad, and then everything that's come out after that, were ultimately like.
Wellesby's done an interview where he's talked about identity, and he said that the standards have slipped at the same time. This is something we've already discussed. We've already mentioned these comments in the Saints result in the earlier section.
He confirmed that the cup in the ears and fingers in the ear celebration, whatever, was aimed at St Helens fans.
Yeah. He's then.
I thought the most interesting thing on there, and I know people are picking apart all these comments about Sean Wayne and George Williams and Sam Tompkins and all the Wigan links and all this, right? I think that's only natural because of where he's from. The most interesting thing I thought, which I was really interested in here, was about the departure of Rowley and about how sudden it was and how unexpected it was and how really it set them up for failure at Wigan on the game last week. I thought that was really interesting, and I thought that was somebody who has not got over that yet. It was only last week, I suppose. But if that's me, I'm questioning why my club is putting us at a disadvantage there in such a big game.
Yeah, I do get the element of. If he'd have lost a week, if Rowley had stayed in and they'd have lost 24-22, you can't get rid of him then.
But you can't get rid of him after just beating Catalan the day before the derby.
Well, that's what I mean. And then you go into a York game that you'd be favourites to win anyway, and you can't get rid of him after that.
Unless he just walked and the players don't know.
It's pointing to me that
Maybe he just
a
walked.
mutual consent. He got a feeling that Saints were looking at it. He got that feeling.
He's gone, oh, you need a good result here. And he's gone, oh, just whatever. I'm not having this.
If
Hanging over me like the sword of Damocles. I'm just gone. And then you're scrambling then, aren't you? Because you don't expect him to go the day before the derby.
No.
Maybe that's what it was, and the players have been kept in the dark a bit. But I don't read much into all this talk about Sean Wayne and Tompkins and George Williams and Bateman and all this. I feel like that's just...
Well, some of it comes off the back of, like, again, the identity comment.
Yeah.
And
he did say Matty Pete was well within his rights to say that because we're going to do it so well.
Yeah.
And he also said, I bet Pete regrets it, which Pete said he did regret it.
Yeah.
He did regret it. He said that after Magic Weekend, didn't he? He said it in the heat of the moment. But also, like he said, well, Wigan can say whatever they want because they're doing well.
Yeah.
They're the best team in the league. They just beat us 3 times in a row, actually. They can say whatever they want. We've got to stop them saying that, I respect that attitude. I don't think that's a come and get me Wigan. I think that's a teammates.
Well, we'll dig in.
We've got to dig in.
I also like the comment from this about realising that he's one of the older guys and he's got to lead the standards and actually looking around and following that identity of having young kids, and he's realised he's got to step up, and I think they're all positive comments.
I actually quite like that interview. He came across quite well, I think.
Yeah.
Not in Saints gear, not at Saints. Don't know how much they knew about it. They surely knew about it. But don't know how much they were happy with that. Not sure I would be if a Wigan player was doing it. But with it being a rival player, I respected his honesty. I respected his will to be better. And he desperately wants St. Helens to be better. And I can't not respect that.
You know what I say about him? He has that feeling, and I don't know what quality it is in someone that makes you think it. He is a winner.
Mm.
He's obsessed about winning.
He's not got enough with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wants more of that.
Yeah.
Going off the back of that, obviously Paul Cook was with Kyle Amor.
Paul Cook likes swinging for the fences, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He likes making big statements.
He likes a headline.
Oh, yes.
Jack Wellsbit will play for Wigan.
Yeah.
With absolutely no evidence or reason.
I can't see it happening. I'll be honest, I can't see it happening. Not that I would hate it. I think he's a decent player. And if we were to move on from our fullback, which I don't want us to do, then we could do an awful lot worse than Jack Wellsby. I think he's a good player. And would he be a good fit for the team? Probably. But I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think either of those things are going to happen. I think our current fullback's here for another few years, to be honest.
Yeah, so do I.
And I'm very happy with that. That's my first choice.
Yeah. Right. One last point to talk about. Leigh have been in the news. They have let Aaron Penne go.
Yeah, I'm surprised with that, I'll be honest.
I'm not.
Only because whenever I've seen him against us, he's done okay. If early on when he first joined Leigh, I thought he was really good. I thought he was exactly what they needed. And not necessarily he's been playing the best, or I know he's been left out a few times. But what they've brought in is not better.
Well, I think that then goes into the rumours that we're hearing now. We don't often discuss rumours, but Leigh are in the news for looking to bring someone in before the deadline. The name that keeps popping up is Kai O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Been there before, not really getting the game time you'd want in the NRL.
No, not at all.
So, I suppose that would clear some space on the cap. I suppose he would be an improvement. I think it gives them an out-and-out second rower that pushes Owen Trout back into the pack. I don't think he's a second rower.
Front row, you mean?
Into the front row. I don't think he's a second rower. I think that gives you a bit more depth in your pack. As a team-wise, I think that would be a better...
That's a better balance. Yeah, I suppose that's a better balance.
But I'm not quite certain on releasing someone when you've
I hope
not
they don't get him that
confirmed.
way funny, because then you can play that Family Fortunes noise.
I'm still not over that. I close my eyes and I hear it. But yeah, I'm not quite certain about what's going to go on there. They've got till the 31st of this month, the 21st of this month. Sorry, it's another 2 weeks away.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks away, I think. Isn't it?
Just over,
yeah. It's just 2.5 weeks.
So we'll be surprised. Won't be surprised if anything happens there in the next few weeks.
Something will happen.
Yeah, big time.
Something will happen.
So, Matty, I think that's all the news. It's all the stories that I'm aware of. We are recording this like Tuesday afternoon. So anything that breaks after this,
including whatever was teased in that pint of Guinness for Wigan tomorrow, we're pretty sure what that's going to be. But that's not news yet. That's only rumour.
by the time this podcast comes out,
We might have signed Liam Byrne.
Irish international. You've heard it here first.
I know another Irish international I wouldn't be against us signing as well. He plays for Huddersfield.
Very true.
Yeah. Anyway,
Very true.
that's not happening. It's not that. The Pandy Guinness is not that.
We're signing 2 Irish internationals.
And Brian Kearney's back as assistant coach.
No. We'll talk about that next week
Okay.
when it's officially announced.
But you people listening there probably already know what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you already know what it is anyway.
We already know
We
what
already
it is.
know what it is.
So we'll have
Worst
a great...
kept secret.
I'm trying to think of a ground with a really good Irish bar outside of it.
Fitzpatrick's outside. Well, it's not really outside.
We're announcing our home kit in Fitzpatrick's. Is that what we're saying?
Maybe.
Maybe that's what's going to be announced tomorrow. But that pretty much wraps up the podcast. Wraps up all the news. Matty, thank you for coming on.
No problem.
Once again, we told you Lewis is away. He should be back next week.
Good, because I'm away.
From his trip. Otherwise, it'd just be me and myself and I. Matty, thank you for coming on.
No problem.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks' time.